All right, let's do this.
So, are we wanting to change roles, or are we sticking with the same? Oh, animation. Oh, get the hell out of here. We're starting with that.
Uh-oh.
These are dark times, where the law has been reduced to rubble, and it's up to us to restore it to its former glory. Yeah, I know what you mean. It looks like your target finally decided to make a move. Don't you worry. I've got a trusty new partner on board.
Done. Ready to go? You bet. Let's do this.
She's been with us for half a year, though I can hardly believe it. Anyway, her power will be our greatest weapon.
Is she the new main character?
Are you all right, miss?
She's not very...
Yeah.
Doesn't very
For
agile.
this very reason, I returned.
Oh, the blue
He
suit.
returned.
Time to bring it to an end.
So you're doing Phoenix. If Phoenix is in this game, I guess I'll do the. The prosecutor.
Well, we'll
Unless
see.
it's Gavin. You're gonna have a very long speaking game if it's.
We have to see how it goes.
Or is this like a choose your story?
Is that Apollo?
That's
Oh.
Apollo. What the hell happened to him?
What?
Well, we have more questions than answers.
Episode 1, Turnabout Countdown.
I guess you can say this is going to be a blast.
The best thing about bombs is how they erase and destroy without discretion. Now, all I have is to do is pin everything on that little girl. Pin it on a little girl? Why would you do that?
Pinning it on Trucy or Maya?
December 17th,
December
9:22 a.m.
9:22
District
a.m.
Court,
District
Defendant
Court,
Lobby,
Defendant's lobby.
number 5.
Number 5. We
For-
had to sync it up once.
on my end, it was not synced.
For me, it was synced.
You will, if you watch my, like, remember, there's like a second delay for Discord.
Just take my video off and just like
No.
take that footage, please.
No.
Athena.
Yeah, that's a girl we saw in the beginning of the cutscene.
Who's taking her?
You usually
Does
like
Apollo
taking the
exist?
girls.
Okay, I gotta find a new girl voice here. A new Earl voice, if you will. Nope. Not feeling nervous at all.
Besides, if this trial is going to be what I think what it typically is, we're going to have Payne as the prosecutor for the first case.
Okay. Your pain then, probably? It's amazing what a girl can get used to. Even the tense atmosphere like this is no biggie.
You doing okay, Athena? Oh, it's Apollo.
Shit. Oh, Apollo. Yeah, doing great. I'm a little too great. Oh yeah, well, that's good to hear. Although, I could have sworn I heard your voice crack for a second there. Oof, I'm that transparent, huh? Cracking? No, my voice isn't cracking. Nerves of steel here, I tell you. The animation's going up, too.
Well, this game was originally on the 3DS.
Apollo Justice.
This game was on the 3DS, so that's why it looks
Oh,
much
okay.
crisper. Because the original Apollo Justice game was on the DS, and now we're at the 3DS time period.
He's a fellow lawyer at the office I work for. Apollo is the lead for the defense on this case.
Oh.
But I'm going to be there at the bench with him, doing what I can to help out. I'll do whatever it takes to defend Junie. Speaking of steel, how are you holding up? That explosion really did a number on you.
Also, Apollo was in the explosion. Oh, dear.
I'm just happy that you're okay, Athena. Although, I can't pretend I have no connection to this case. That is why I'm going to see to it that Juniper's name is cleared. And I'm sure you feel much the same way. You got that right. I won't resist until Junie is completely cleared of all suspicion.
Apollo, Athena.
Yeah, keep doing that voice.
No.
Thank you for this, doing this for me.
Junie! Dust? Hey, are you okay?
Sorry about that. I always seem to go into coughing fits whenever I get nervous. This kind of thing never happens at home in the forest.
City pollution? This is Juniper Woods. She's my dear, dear childhood friend, and she's also our client for this case. The news keeps repeating that Junie is the alleged bomber. But that's ridiculous. There's no way Junie would do anything like that.
I brought you a little snack, Tina. Just a little something from my garden.
Hey, thanks. Is this an orange or a tangerine?
It's an orange. My grandpa says. That orange is the color of strength and endurance.
Oh, I get it. Strength for the trial, right? Junie, you're always so good to me. Geez, look at me, standing here clutching an orange to my chest with tears in my eyes. Well, don't you worry. We'll be so powerful in there they won't know what hit him, right, Apollo? Yeah, that's right. Come what may, this is one trial. We just can't lose.
Apollo!
Did he just collapse?
Yep, he did. Apollo!
Apollo collapses and is like, Athena, you're full defense attorney now.
Ugh. Blood is seeping through his bandages. One of his wounds must have reopened. All this time he was trying to put on a brave face, but he was really overdoing it.
Mr. Justice!
Huh?
The trial's about to start. Sir, please proceed to the courtroom.
What now? But Apollo's in no state to defend. Ah, I have to defend Juniper. What are we gonna do? The trial's about to start. There's only one other option I can think of at a time like this. But even if I called him now, he'd never get here in time.
It's up to you, Athena.
No, wait. There's something else I can do. Apollo, give me all the evidence for the case. Huh? What are you gonna do? Bailiff,
Yes, miss.
the defense would like to submit a substitution of attorney petition.
Athena.
You're not seriously. You just concentrate on getting better. I'll defend Junie. All by yourself? Athena, stop for a second. Think about what you're saying. You've never once taken a case alone before, right? No hay problema. I can handle it, I think.
I think it's no I problema. Okay, I think
No, I
think
Spanish, isn't it?
yeah, that is Spanish. I think in Spanish a lot of times it's like an H appears in the front like that. I think it's silent. No hay problema.
But I guess it's really up to you, Junie. Would you be okay with me taking over?
Sure. I believe in you, Tina, and that's enough for me.
You're worried for me, aren't you? To be honest, I'm pretty nervous too. I think my heart just might burst out of my chest. But you're in no shape to stand at the bench now. So you'll just have to leave it to me. Alright, I can see your mind's made up anyway. I hate it that I can't be there, but I know you'll give the utmost to defend Juniper. You bet I will, rest assured of that. You can criticize my Spanish during the run. My name is Athena Sykes. I'm still just a newbie, but I'm a lawyer. This is only the second time I've taken the lead in the defense case.
Ooh, we gonna go back to that first at some point?
It'll be the first time I stand up there alone, though. But I have to do this. And I'm definitely not about to let anything bad happen to Junie.
December 17th, 9:46 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 5.
Well, that's more intimidating. Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh, Lord.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. What is that hairstyle? The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. I have a new look. The last few times were a bit weird, so I decided to go with a nice black and orange tie. I hope you enjoy it, Your Honor.
God.
And what is the meaning of this? I was under the impression Mr. Red Monkey would be my opponent today.
Yes, well, a substitution of attorney petition was submitted just a few moments ago. Due to the explosion in the courthouse yesterday, Mr. Justice is unable to continue.
I see. Not all surprised, but he used that as an excuse to run away. Bro, have some compassion for the people hurt. Jeez. With me as an adversary, who wouldn't want to feign illness in order to escape? Apollo has beaten you at least once, Pain. Like, come on, Pain.
What? The nerve of that guy. I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. Well, I would if I wasn't so nervous. This arrogant jerk. How's my Athena voice, by the way?
That's fine.
Oh, wait, you have to do the friggin' little thing, too?
You annoying jerk.
There we go, perfect. No, Widget!
Is my hearing getting worse? I could have sworn I heard the defense say something just now.
No, you didn't hear anything at all, especially not from me. How odd. I could have sworn I also heard something. He's a little farther, it's weirding me out.
Could also be
that
the
would be my
desk.
indispensable partner, Widget. He sometimes blurts out what I'm thinking.
Well then. If that's the case, then it's a clear contradiction to what you just stated.
A contradiction?
You just stated you said nothing, which she didn't. She didn't verbally say something. It was the widget that said it, not her. However, if that device of yours says what you're thinking, then you indeed said I was, what was it, elegant at work?
Pain. Please. Eep. Actually, it was arrogant jerk.
At any rate, what does it matter if it's a red monkey or a yellow monkey facing me? No fresh out of law school rookie can defend this witness.
Mr. Payne, I believe that's enough. Let us get back to the case.
Of course, Your Honor. I'm more than ready to show this little girl why they call me the Rookie Humiliator.
Anything but. I knew it. He really isn't. I knew it. He really is an arrogant jerk.
Arrogant jerk.
Miss Sykes, if you continue to insult the prosecution, I'll remove you from this court.
Take the widget off.
I'm very sorry. It was just a knee-jerk reaction. He's gonna call him a jerk. Now then, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, if you please.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm loving the 3D.
Now then. The incident occurred yesterday here in this very courthouse in courtroom number 4. At the time, the trial for a certain bombing was being held in courtroom number 4.
Oh, yes, I was presiding over that trial as well.
And Mr. Justice
Mr.
was
Justice
there as
is
a...
there as a lawyer for the defense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and make it this entire game without saying your line.
We'll see.
If I do it, that's 500 bits.
A bomb that was being presented as evidence suddenly went off during the trial. It was a terrible incident, and courtroom number 4 was completely destroyed. Fortunately, we were able to start evacuation procedures before the explosion occurred. Just a few seconds more would have turned into a horrific loss of human life.
But there was, in fact, one death, was there not?
That is correct, Your Honor. When courtroom number 4 was examined after the blast, the body of Detective Candace Armin was discovered. She was to take the stand as a witness later in the trial.
I suppose she wasn't able to evacuate in time. What a terrible tragedy. I must admit, I stumbled at least 10 times myself before I was able to escape. Maybe the court should see about getting you even shorter robes.
Yep. The victim's body was near the entrance to the courtroom. I suspect she stayed until the very end to help guide the others to safety. Your Honor, allow me to submit submit as evidence the victim's autopsy report and details about the bomb. Alright.
Impact with a
Army's
flat object.
autopsy
Flat
report.
object.
Cause of death, trauma to the back of the head caused by impact from a flat object. Time of death between 8 and 11 a.m. That is a huge gap.
Shouldn't they know when it happened?
They should. They should know exactly around the time the bomb went off. That would be her time of death. So, like, that would help narrow it down. Like, why is it such a big gap?
Time bomb that destroyed the courtroom. It's hidden inside a stuffed animal when it was detonated. It's like a devil with a painter. Like an elephant? Okay, I know how this works. All evidence for the trial is filed in the court record. When I want to check something out, I just use R. R. We have that. Nothing in her hand. Hoop earring looks like. No earpiece at all. Blood from the back of the head, so she couldn't do a struggle or anything like that. Why is there blood on their front like that? Did it seep through?
Yeah, because if you follow the blood trail, like, it goes down in her neck and it goes onto her chest, so it probably stained her shirt from there.
Yeah, nothing else seems...
Can't investigate
big,
that. So we got Apollo 23, so this is a year later.
Yeah.
She's 18. Wait, Gaspin Pain. This is a different guy.
It is. It's completely different.
Because Winston is his name. Is the original Payne's name. Hold on a sec.
Yeah.
But regardless, I'm still doing the voice.
No, you got to do it exactly the same. And can disarm. The victim in the case detective was heading up to the investigation into a bombing accident.
She can disarm this bomb?
Oh, I see it now.
It took you a
Can
moment.
disarm.
And also, he's Gaspin Pain.
Gasping in pain. Yeah. While we're at it, what's the go one left? Juniper Woods. Juniper Woods.
Not sure on that one. But the other two were completely obvious.
Okay. I better take a peek later. Now then, please call the accused to the witness stand. Defendant, are you feeling all right? You're looking a bit pale.
I'm so sorry. I was feeling a bit weak when I first arrived here to courtroom. But I'm all right.
Junie's really giving it her all. I better make sure I do the same.
If we could please proceed. Your name and occupation, defendant. Juniper Woods. I'm a high school student. Miss Woods, can you confirm you were in the courthouse on the day of the question? Yes. I came to know Apollo Justice through my friend Dina. And so, I was there yesterday to watch his trial and lend my support. What the heck is that animation?
Something's wrong. Junis is really scared.
Did you know I'm also known as the defense humiliator? Looks like I have yet another chance to show everyone how I entered the moniker.
Grr. Does his arrogance know no bounds? I have to protect Junie no matter what. Hey, you arrogant Prosecutor Payne.
What is it? You want me to demonstrate why I'm known as a rookie humiliator instead?
Deep breaths, Athena. Don't let him get to you. Prosecutor Payne, Junie is telling the truth. Mr. Justice also backed up her claim when we saw him in the defendant lobby. And Junie, he said that he was glad to get the Lotus root you gave him too.
He was? My grandpa says lotus root is good for your eyes. She says,
No log?
she says that they can even help you see into the future.
They can. That is the perfect present for a lawyer. And if that's true, I guess he must not have eaten them. A sweet meat girl like this, blowing a courtroom to bits? I must say, it's very hard to believe.
Objection!
The more dynamic.
Now, Your Honor, don't let her seemingly innocent appearance fool you. The defendant had a motive for committing this crime. That's not true. Yeah!
I lasted not even 10 minutes.
We've only been on this part for 27 minutes. Earl, that's not true. I don't have any kind of motive. I don't even know the lady who was killed. I admit the investigation didn't turn up any connection between the victim and the defendant. However, that doesn't matter. The only thing that does is her objective was the destruction of courtroom number 4 itself.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Why in the world would Miss Woods want to do that? Make a garden or what?
That's a very good question, coming from such a novice such as yourself. But first, a question for the defendant. Have you ever been brought up on false charges? Oh dear. This is gonna be the motive, isn't it? What? Why, yes. Yes, I have. And did that experience cause you to harbor a grudge against the court system?
Objection!
Objection! Now wait just one minute. What if that kind of thing was the motive for blowing things up? Then every one of our clients would turn into bombers. That's a valid point. We wouldn't have a single courthouse left standing in the land.
Yep. I concede the accused isn't the only one who might bear resentment against the courts. But Miss Woods was the only person who could have committed this crime. Why? Because we have found some decisive evidence that proves the defendant's guilt.
Decisive, huh? I'll believe it when I see it.
And involves a very unique aspect of the bomb itself, Your Honor.
And what exactly was so unique about it?
Why don't we have Miss Sykes answer that question? Excuse you, you're the one supposed to be doing this case, sir.
Me?
I notice that you appear to be very nervous, and well, gentleman that I am, I'd like to offer you the chance to gain some confidence with such an easy question. You know, it just means you don't want to do your job. You're supposed to be the rookie chameleon. You're supposed to show him what's up, and now you're just putting it on her?
Could he be any more condescending? Really, what a thoroughly unpleasant man.
L is for loser. Huh. What did it just say?
Nothing. Not a single thing.
She's not very bright having that in the courtroom.
I have a feeling that that thing is related to her power in some way. Now, let's see. What was I supposed to do at a time like this? Oh, I know. The court record. The information I needed somewhere in the court record. All right, Miss Sykes, let's hear your answer. What was unique about the bomb that blew up the courtroom? Was it because it was...
It was inside a stuffed animal.
Mr. Payne, what kind of simpleton do you take me for? It was stuffed inside a stuffed animal. Its evil intentions covered up by a cute exterior.
Very good. Have a cookie. The bomb that went off in the courtroom was indeed hidden in a stuffed animal.
There, how do you like that? Not bad, huh? I'm fine. Just like I said from the start, I can do this. Yes, as I recall, the bomb was inside a stuffed animal the whole time. I never even got to take a look at it. But what connection does an impish elephant here have with the defendant?
The answer to that question lies in another piece of evidence, which I have here.
And what, pray tell, is this? It appears to be a little singed. Her hair?
Looks like a tail. It's a tail, Your Honor. The tail of a poor victim of the explosion. We can't look at this yet, but it does have a tail on it there. Unless it's a double, it's supposed to be a double tail, but we can't investigate this further at the moment.
This is incredible. Are you saying it's Detective Arm's tail?
Your Honor is so very close, but no, it belongs to this stuffed animal. It's called a phony Fanty. It's a rather unpleasant name, if you ask me.
He's a mascot for the campaign to eliminate false evidence and false charges, is he not?
Exactly. His motto is phony evidence is just trunked up.
That's so wrong on so many levels.
That phony Fanty's tail is made of vinyl cloth. And we found something very interesting on the surface. The defendant's fingerprints.
What?
The phony Fanty provided the prosecution with all the evidence we needed. It clearly proves that the accused handled the bomb. No, it doesn't. Just because she's held the stuffed animal before does not mean she's the one that put the bomb in there. That fingerprints on it like that mean nothing. At least in my opinion.
But that doesn't make any sense. Why would Junie's fingerprint be on it?
We don't know for sure, Pokegirl. We can't investigate it. My mind immediately went to, like, that's the wrong tail. But, you know, we can't investigate it further, so we don't know yet. Also, shut the crap up. You're hinting towards the answer. We don't need you to do that.
This does appear to be pretty irrefutable evidence. The court accepts it into evidence. I like the little typewriter sound. Miss Woods, do you have an explanation for this?
I don't understand. How about you, Miss Sykes? Do you have any plausible explanation to refute the decisive piece of evidence?
Well, I can't do it. I can't think of a single thing.
Come on, Athena.
But I better come up with something. For Julie's sake. If
you can't produce an answer, you can always start by ruling if you prefer.
No, I have to say something fast. Oh no, I can't get my voice to work. Why now of all times? I thought I overcame this already. Maybe I'm still not ready to stand in court.
Cutscene?
Was her power?
What's happening? She was on trial?
She was witness, I think.
Or no one would listen to her?
As you can see, there is no room for debate.
Objection!
Oh, Phoenix.
Why, it's you.
Sorry it took me so long to get here, Athena. Apollo explained the whole thing to me over the phone. He asked me to come help you in his place.
Thanks for coming. I hate to admit it, but I was having a real rough time on my own.
Oh, I don't know. I think you're doing just fine, all things considered. You hung in there, giving me enough time to get here. Now let's turn things around.
You got it, boss. Ho ho ho, look who showed up out of the blue.
Out of the blue, huh?
But isn't Mr. Phoenix right? You always manage to surprise me.
Your Honor, Mr. Payne has called for an early ruling, but I believe there are still many things that need to be deliberated. How did Miss Wood's fingerprints wind up on the stuffed animal's tail? How was the bomb even detonated? Until these questions are answered, I assert it's impossible for a failed ruling to be made.
You are absolutely right. Let us continue from where we left off. I assume you have no objections, Mr. Payne.
Not at all, Your Honor. Miss Woods looks like she's really having a hard time.
Junie's really struggling, Mr. Wright. I get the sense she's afraid of the courtroom itself.
Because of yesterday?
Yeah, I was understandably very traumatic for her.
Poor thing. And here she is, back at the courtroom again, being so brave. I'd like to make a request, Your Honor. If at all possible, I'd like to have Miss Woods rest in the lobby.
Given the defendant's condition. Very well, I grant special permission. You go get some rest, Junie, and leave the rest to us.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about this. Phoenix Wright. I've been looking forward to meeting you. It's been a while, Mr. Payne. You're more clueless than I heard. I believe you mean, how do you do? For I am Gaspin Payne. I am younger than my brother of your long-standing rival, Winston Payne. Yeah, I kind of figured they were brothers.
Still pretty old.
What? Long-standing rival? When were we ever rivals, let alone long-standing? You see, Mr. Wright, I will cleanse Winston of the disgrace he met with your hands. Looks like this royal pain is going to be as thoroughly unpleasant as the others. Your Honor, the prosecution would now like to call a decisive witness to the stand. The witness will testify to how the accused detonated the bomb in the courtroom.
Very well. Please call your witness, Mr. Payne.
Oh, guilty. 100% you. Witness, your name and occupation, please.
Witness.
He's good.
Donate.
I think because I have defense and prosecution right now, because I think a scene is more of a side note at this point.
Should I do it?
Sure.
Name, head, donate. Occupation, bomb disposal specialist.
Think of his name for a minute. Ted Tonate?
Yeah.
Detonate. How obvious can it be?
Oh my, what a strange robotic voice you have.
Hey, the robotic voice actually worked.
Speech synthesis via typing. It is the same as me talking. He sounds exactly like a robot. Can't you speak in a normal manner? I can.
No, you can't. You can't do robotic voice when it's like that.
Oh, yeah. I can.
He can?
But I do not like to speak. Speaking is inefficient. Energy expenditure. Speaking greater than typing. Understand? Huh, what an odd witness.
Mr. Tonate was in charge of the bomb for the trial and was there when it went off.
Being a bomb squad specialist, do you have any relation to the victim? Negative. I first met the girl while on this job. Many people are employed by the police. I know only a fraction of them. However, I was shocked when I first discovered the body of the victim. Shocked? I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. I went there to ensure safety, but I ended up discovering a dead body.
So he was the first to discover the body, was he? That means he was also first on the scene and could have tampered with evidence.
Yep.
He is here to testify about the circumstances surrounding the moment of the explosion.
Very well, the court will hear Mr. Tonate's testimony. But at the very least, show this court some respect and remove the face guard, witness. Oh, this is going to be good. I like how the text moves with it. And the bomb went off. The bomb was originally disarmed by me, then transported here as evidence. Bomb name HHH3000. HH3000, operated by a timer with a remote. Or with a remote. I was watching from the gallery when I suddenly became alarmed. I saw that the bomb's timer was counting down.
Hang on. Where would he have seen the timer if it was stuffed in this?
How?
We can't investigate the
Was it-
sides. Like,
Was it pulled out? Like pulled open? Because it looked like it was pulled open in the court. Right, in the video?
well, read what it says at the bottom line. It was inside the stuffed animal when it was detonated. So the bomb was
point.
inside the animal. Like, how did he know it was in there? So even though the bomb was supposed to be disarmed, it somehow got switched on?
Precisely. Activating the timer is very simple. 1. Connect wires. 2. Switch on timer. A monkey could do it. I am sure even you would be able to, Mr. Wright. Look at that face.
Yeah.
I guess this makes you the blue monkey in the barrel of fun, boss.
Ahem. Now I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Huh?
Mr. Tonate, what is that? HH3000, aka a bomb.
A bomb?
Zero Dragon, this is game 2. Mr. Tonate, I demand you disarm it this instant. You could just pull it apart like that. Disassembly complete. Oh, disassembly complete. 5.3 seconds. 0.2 seconds short of my personal best. Are you trying to give me a heart attack? I'm not exactly a spring chicken, you know. If he noticed the bomb was going off and he could finish it in 5.3 seconds, why did it go off in the courtroom?
Good point.
This is an exact replica of the HH3000. It is used to practice disarming bombs. Disarm equals success. Explosion equals failure.
So if it's the exact replica, that means it's also explosive.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
An exact replica of the bomb that exploded, is it? So that's what it looked like. I submitted a photograph of the real bomb taken just before the trial.
Okay, so
Cracking it, too. Dimensions 10 inches, H times 10 inches, width times 10 inches, D, weight 12 pounds, a perfect replication.
Yeah, that's it shows it zip closed on here.
Yeah. Your bomb does appear to be a very good copy indeed. Look at the date. Yes, however, I could not replicate the detonation mechanism. It has a very puzzling wiring setup. It's regrettable I could not replicate it. Witness, that's enough. There's no need to replicate anything here. Double HP bomb.
Okay, so it updated to show that. Now it looks like we can investigate it further.
And now the defense would begin their cross-examination,
Oh, just a picture.
Just a picture, it's zipped up, there's a brush there.
We still can't investigate if there's a second tail to it.
He can't tell how many seconds and tens he has, though, because it's cracked that way.
10 by 10 by 10, weight 12 pounds. Case is 5 16 inch in alloy lighting.
Where has Miss Sykes gone to?
She under the
Hiding
bench.
for the bomb.
Athena, you can come out now.
Okay, Mr. Wright, let's get to work.
Guess you were pretty scared, huh?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
She was
It was
about to bolt.
Yeah. Hey, put a sock in it, Widget.
It's transparent as ever.
Now, let's see. Where were we?
We were at the cross-examination.
Oh, cross-examination, of course.
She seems disoriented. Wonder if she's all right. Maybe we should ask Athena if she remembers how to cross-examine to help her focus. She'll be fine. She'll be... Nah, no need for that right now. She'll be fine.
I'll do everything I can to help. If you can't find any contradictions, and you flub up too often, don't be afraid to ask me for help. Press X when the option to consult with me appears. Interesting.
Oh, so
I'll
we
let
can
you know where I
consult.
think. Let you know where I think the suspicious statement is.
Sounds good. I'll be counting on you if I get in a bind. All right, it's cross-examination time. See.
That's fine. That's fine. You can't tell.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Hero said it first.
Objection!
So you say you saw the bomb's countdown. Is that right?
Of course, I clearly saw it counting down to 0.
And I say that you are clearly lying.
What are you talking about?
There is no way you could have seen the bomb's timer. After all, the bomb was concealed inside a stuffed animal. Mr. Tony, how can you claim to know the bomb was about to go off? We couldn't even see the timer.
But that I could say.
What? No.
That does seem like a glaring inconsistency indeed. Witness, how do you explain this? Well, Oh, that was great, Mr. Wright. You found the contradiction right off the bat.
Always remember, Athena. When you find an inconsistency in a witness's testimony, there's always a reason behind it. Could be a lie, a hidden meaning, a secret. Whatever it is, it's up to us to dig it out.
And pointing out every contradiction we find is the best way to do it, right, boss?
Now the question is, what can we dig out of Mr. Tony?
Well, let me see. No. There must be some mistake. Oh, yes, of course. I remember now. The sound. I knew because of the sound.
Everyone would have heard it, though, not just you.
Sound? What sound? When the timer this type of bomb is switched on, it beeps softly. Beep, beep, beep. It is the sound of the bomb counting down. A beeping noise, you say? I suppose it would be possible to notice that even with the bomb inside the stuffed animal.
It doesn't hold up, though. Everyone else would have heard it, too.
I simply made a mistake. My bad.
Not making mistakes is not permissible in a court of law like that. You nincompoop.
Objection!
How in the world did you hear such a tiny sound all the way from the gallery?
Listening for the sound of bombs timer is an integral part of my work. I constantly undergo training so that I will never miss it. That I can kind of agree with.
I hardly think training would help you hear something so soft from so far away. What now?
The sound. Are you making light of the fine science of disarming bombs? It's a solemn mission that I put my life on the line to perform. What kind of specialist would I be if I could not hear a bomb timer? It is not disassembling a toaster, you know.
Now he's just showing off. You keep asserting that the sound was too tiny to hear, but the only tiny thing here is your skill as a lawyer. Being mistrustful is not an attractive quality, you know. You're just overflowing with attractive qualities, are you? Or perhaps you have some proof that Mr. Tonite did not hear the sound. Literally everyone in the courtroom. He is the only one claiming to have heard that sound. The judge would have heard it. The judge was much closer.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
What?
no, but...
I stopped myself.
You stopped yourself. You almost
Currently,
get it.
Current's at 2-1.
Still seems totally suspect. But is it going to be really hard to prove that he didn't hear something?
If I have this correct, the prosecution argument is that someone reactivated the bomb before it was brought into the courtroom. What I don't understand, Mr. Payne, is why you believe that person to be Miss Woods.
That's simple, Your Honor. Mr. Tonite happened to be there when it happened. Then why didn't he stop it then? He was there when the defendant rearmed the bomb.
How did he not stop it? It's a bomb expert.
Sir, Mr. Payne, if he was there when the bomb got reactivated, why didn't he stop it then? And excuses such as, oh, he didn't know what she was doing at the time. Nope, that doesn't hold up. Sorry.
What's this now? It happened before the trial started. It was when Detective Arm and I were transporting the bomb. We brought the bomb to the lobby for the defense. Bomb equals evidence the lawyer wanted to see before the start of the trial. Wait a minute, didn't he just say he was transporting the bomb with Miss Arm?
Yep. Looking for a chance to get the bomb, Miss Woods was already there in that lobby. Her goal was surely to rearm the bomb and steal the remote switch. The remote switch?
Yes, the switch that controls the bomb remotely. Duh. It has been missing ever since the incident.
Oh, so we're gonna have to find it.
I am partially to blame. I left the bomb and a remote on top of the transport case. And they were rearmed and stolen while I was talking with a lawyer.
The defendant used that remote from inside the courtroom to start the timer.
Objection!
How can you assert that so unequivocally that the bomb was rearmed in the lobby?
Objection!
The bomb was safely secured in a transport case. The only time it was outside the case was in that lobby. Therefore, that was the one and only opportunity anyone had to meddle with it. Someone other than Mr. Tonate could have opened the case and taken the bomb out.
Impossible. The transport case is assigned exclusively to me. You see this number here? That is my identification number.
L10015R.
And I have the only key that can open the case.
It's just a picture, so we can't analyze it. Nevertheless, Mr. Payne's assertion is nothing more than conjecture. You have no proof that it was Miss Woods who stole the remote switch. And by the same token, you have no proof that it wasn't her. But burden of proof here. You need to prove that she took it. You need to prove that she's the one that hit it. If you can't prove that, you have no case. You have to prove her guilty. You're not proving her guilty without that proof. Like, I hate how Ace Attorney, like, does this. Like, a lot of, like, I get it's not supposed to be a real court. But, like, stuff like this, like, just, the prosecution's case is just so obviously flawed. And they're like, oh, well, they're still guilty anyway. Have a good day. But what did I do? What I do have is a piece of evidence that proves the defendant handled the bomb. How's the tail?
5 minutes, 24 seconds, 2.3 decisive seconds. Or deciseconds. The defendant's advantage lasted a mere 5 minutes.
Talk about a rotten hand. As long as they have her fingerprints as their trump card, I'm at a big disadvantage. But they have to prove the fingerprints got on at the time. Those fingerprints could have been on long before.
Yep.
Or it's a different tail entirely, but the game's not letting us see the back of the elephant. So...
It appears we will have to hear from the defendant herself once more.
I wholeheartedly agree, Your Honor. I would like to recall Miss Woods to the stand.
I trust you have no objections, Mr. Wright?
Worried about her condition, but we do need her testimony. On the other hand, I'm not sure I want to make Athena mad.
I can read your feelings, you know, boss.
There's no hiding from her, huh?
Don't worry, I know we need her testimony. But if anybody picks on her again, they'll pay.
Guess she's already at the angry level 1.
Don't worry, I'll stop the proceedings before I let anything bad happen to her.
The defense has no objections, Your Honor.
In that case, I will take my leave. But before I do, there's just one more thing, Mr. Wright. Is it?
Me? Yes?
Dismantling bombs is my job. Dismantling the case is yours. Do you think you can handle it? I look forward to seeing you try.
He's taunting Phoenix. You can easily see that.
Yep.
This guy's hiding something. I just know it.
Now, if you'll excuse me. Bailiff, please go to lobby and bring back the defendant. Junie.
Hi, Athena.
Hi, Athena. Hi, Athena. 3-1.
She looks even worse off than before.
Don't worry, Junie. We're here for you.
Thanks, Athena. I'll do my best too. You blew up the courtroom because you bear resentment against the courts, correct? Can't ask that, Payne. That is not a legitimate question you can ask. No, of course not. What's that you say? I can barely hear you. I haven't done anything wrong. This prosecutor's scary.
Objection!
What an impudent little girl. Stop acting innocent and tell the truth. Can't say that either. This is getting ugly. You rearmed the bomb because you wanted to blow up the courthouse. Admit it. That's why you went to the lobby where Mr. Justice was. Isn't that right? No.
Mr. Wright, can I give the prosecutor a smack?
What? Of course not. Do we have to review Courtroom Manners 101 again?
Again? Again? We can't let a creep like that bullies innocent girls like this off so easily.
I haven't forgotten about how he treated you.
Don't worry about me. I just helped Junie. Her heart's crying out. She's so scared. So very scared.
Looks like Athena's picking something up with her heightened sense of hearing.
Harpy?
It sounds like it's time. It's the voice of Miss Wood's heart. Don't deny it. You stole the remote switch and used it in the courtroom, didn't you?
Objection!
Your Honor, please put a stop to this. Mr. Payne is badgering the defendant. Yes, Miss Wood does seem quite frightened. Mr. Payne, I ask that you behave more like a gentleman.
Finally, someone calls out the prosecution. The judge finally tells the prosecution to cut the crap. Finally. But don't you know, Your Honor? There is no more a gentle man in this world than I. Bullcrap.
As if a gentleman or even gentleman would behave like he does. Don't let that rude ruffian win.
Lena. How dare you call a gentleman such as I a rude ruffian? I'll have you know I attend a manners class every Sunday, and they clearly do not work. I'm more than just a mere gentleman. I'm a genteel man.
Not when you're terrorizing a young lady, you're not. I demand my money back from the manners class if I were you.
Yep. Exactly, Poke Girl. Exactly. I should probably be the adult here and stop the two of them, but...
Mr. Payne, that will be enough.
Certainly, Your Honor. No further questions. Let's move to the defendant's testimony. Miss Woods, please share with the court what you were doing when the bomb went off. Well, that day, I was watching from the gallery. The bomb went off. And rubble started falling. It fell on top of me. Oh, so she got crushed under some boulders then?
Junie's clearly in pain being forced to recall the bombing like this. Can't even get her words out.
This isn't going to work. So what now? Hey, wait a minute. Even if she can't vocalize what she wants to say, we can listen to what's inside her heart. Yes, now's the perfect time to use Athena's power. You can hear it, can't you, Athena? The cries of Miss Wood's heart.
Yes, and they sound incredibly strained. She's so scared I think she could collapse at any second.
Xena has a unique ability, you see. With her finely tuned sense of hearing, she can hear the words of a witness's heart. In essence, she can sense how a person is really feeling from the tone of their voice. I guess it's all up to Athena and her special ability now. Athena, I want you to use the analytical psychology you studied. Listen to the testimony of Miss Wood's heart.
Okay, boss, I'll give it a go. After all, this is the whole reason I put all that effort into studying analytical psychology. Off gets, let's do this.
So your holographic thingamabob can show you how Miss Woods is feeling, right?
In a nutshell, yes. The emotions and images that I picked up on just now are while listening to her testimony. I can enter all of that into the widget and the mood matrix to analyze them. The mood markers have reflect fluctuations in Junie's emotions. When she feels happy or is enjoying the memory, happy marker will light up. When she feels angry or frustrated, the angry marker will react. When she feels sadness or is frightened by a memory, the sad marker will blink. And when she feels surprised or confused, the surprise marker will let us know.
So it's your special ability and widget's mood matrix program. You can track how Miss Woods is feeling as she testifies. Talk about the wonders of technology.
Yep, now let's give it a shot. I picked up on some kind of discord or noise in Junie's heart. See here? This is what the noise looks like in the mood matrix. It's a result of inconsistencies between her testimony and her feelings. If we can pinpoint those inconsistencies, the noise level should drop.
Okay, it's time to listen to Miss Wood's true testimony.
Okay.
See, how do I pick them?
I think you have to press right.
Well, I'm trying to... Well, I don't see if it's like...
It'll probably light up automatic. The bomb went off, coughed. She's surprised. And the rubble started falling. That's...
It's not letting me select it anyway.
Why is she happy? I think I have a good grasp on Junie's emotional state now. This power of Athena's? Oh.
This power of Athena is incredible.
Goddamn name change.
Got,
So hard to notice, man. Purple's
just
such
gotta
an
pay
unexciting
attention.
color. And I'm seeing an unexpected emotion that's inconsistent with the content of her testimony.
What? Already?
The happiness at the end. Look at this. While she says it fell on top of me, the happy marker's reacting. Well, look.
Well, look at that. That is odd.
There must be a reason for this contradictory emotion. We just need to do some digging. When you find an unexpected emotion, you'll first need to pinpoint it.
Edit.
And then select the unexpected emotion and reaction from the 4 mood markers with A. Just like Princess Peach, the DS game.
Got it!
Widget is registering joy with Miss Woods when Miss Woods recalls the rumble falling on her. There must be a reason for this unexpected emotion.
Did she save someone?
She pushed someone out from under. Maybe she was trying to save someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going with that theory.
As the rubble was falling, there was also something that made you feel happy. What?
Mr. Right, the feeling of happiness is spreading through Junie's heart. Keep going on this point, and I bet Junie will start to calm down.
Great. Let's hear what she has to say. Just as I was about to escape the courtroom, the bomb went off. I was so startled, I tripped. And then rubble started falling on top of me. I really thought I was done for. But just then... It was a man, wasn't it? How long's this thing gonna go?
Infinite scarf. Yeah.
Infinitely long, like her love for the guy, probably. Oh, it was Apollo! Apollo came and rescued me.
Apollo. She likes Apollo. Apollo?
He used his own body to shield me from the rubble.
That's why he's injured.
So that's why he sustained those injuries.
How do you feel, Junie? Did talking about Apollo give you some courage?
Yes, Apollo is just like the sun, strong and bright and warm. Just talking about him makes me feel like a leaf undergoing photosynthesis.
And see, your coughing stopped all of a sudden.
Oh, you're right. Thank you, Cena.
50, though.
Looks like we were able to draw out some new testimony.
Pretty neat, huh? But here's still some noise like naming there's still some discord in Junie's heart.
I guess we'll have to keep going then.
Let me input this new information and update the mood matrix, and we'll be good to go. Remember what to do, right?
When I find an unexpected emotion, I should pinpoint.
Pinpoint it. That's right, you select from the mood markers with A. If we can find the reason for discord in your heart, then we should be able to draw even more testimony out. This is cool, I like this. Yeah, so you're shocked. Sadness.
Yeah, wait, why? Oh, she's probably feels bad because Apollo got hurt trying to save her.
Yeah.
Got it!
You were happy when Mr. Justice rescued you, weren't you? Yes, I was really happy.
Just keep knitting.
There's also something you felt sad about at the same time. Sad? The reason I ask is, when you were describing how you were rescued, we sensed a little sadness, too. Oh! I think it's
I love
probably
this
because
music.
of Bum Rap Riney.
Why? Did she... That's the name of it, isn't it?
It could be. She could have had her own that was in her possession already, and it got damaged when she was running away, and the guy that did the bombing picked it up and put it in the courtroom.
She might have got her... Yeah, that would make sense.
Bum Rap Riney? Well, what do you know? Something new. That's right. I brought my stuffed animal, Bum Rap Riney, to watch the trial with me. Bum Rap Riney, and Phony Fanty are brothers. Okay. Who knows, a legal world could inspire a whole line of merchandise. I had Bum Rap Riney with me while I was watching the trial. But it wasn't until Apollo saved me that I realized I lost him as I was running away. My poor Riney, the victim of the terrible bomb. Oh, I know. See what he looks like in this poster.
There's a tail as well.
Yep. So it's not the elephant's tail, it's the rhino's tail that they have. It's for the campaign to eradicate fake evidence and false charges. Phony Fanty and Bum Rap Riney. Huh? Nothing against the campaign. Why did an elephant a rhinoceros?
Mr. Wright. I don't sense any discord in Junie's heart anymore. Boom.
So I guess that means we managed to draw all of her testimony.
That's right. I'll just make an update with the new info and we'll have the whole picture. So do you think her new testimony will help?
Absolutely. I don't know what I would have done without you, Athena. So Bum Rap Riney was in the courtroom when the bomb went off. Now that we know that, it changes the meaning of the other pieces of evidence. All I have to do is present it at the right statement.
Yep. Bomb went off. Go left? I think it's this one because she tripped and dropped something extra, right? So
I don't know, because it doesn't mention dropping anything here.
She has it, doesn't have it in this picture, and then the next one, last one. Forget the courtroom, the bomb went off. Before I get to the courtroom, the bomb went off. That's fine.
Maybe it's the first one, because that's where it mentions it.
Maybe she was with the other one. She had brothers? Did she have both of them?
That's a good question, but, like, we don't know for sure. I think it might be the tail here, though.
Yeah, try it.
Objection!
Guess it works.
Miss Woods, I know this trial has been very hard for you, but you can relax now. You are, without a doubt, innocent.
Mr. Wright, what wild assertion are you making now?
My wild assertion is simply this. The two stuffed animals were mixed up. The tail was the defendant's fingerprints were found wasn't Phony Fanty's. It was the tail of her gallery companion, Bum Rap Riney.
Objection!
What? What nonsense is that? I concede they're both stuffed animals, yes, but they're completely different characters. An elephant and a rhino. They're distinct as defense lawyer and prosecutor.
The tails are the same.
But are they really so different? Both defense lawyers and prosecutors strive to protect peace through law.
Even elephants and rhinos have some similar characteristics. I was just reading your chat. They're both gray, for example.
Anyway, this poster is all I need to prove my assertion to be true. Bring the court's attention here. You can clearly see how the two got mixed up. Right.
Take that!
Well, would you look at that? The two tails are exactly the same.
Yes, exactly. Two stuffed animals are based on entirely different animals, but the designs of their tails is exactly the same. Ah!
There it goes. There's his hair. Order in the court. As long as the possibility exists that the tail belongs to Bum Rap Riney, we can no longer consider it to be decisive proof that the defendant handled the bomb. As things stand, I consider the charges against the accused unsubstantiated.
Objection! There's no proof that it was Rhino's tail. It's just conjecture.
Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Ping?
Yes, of course, Your Honor. I'm surprised he didn't object to that, saying that there's no proof it was the rhino's tail.
How would he do it, is my question. Ah, that was great, Mr. Wright. You turned things right around.
Well, his assertion it's the elephant's tail, well, there's nothing backing up, but there's also nothing backing up that it's the rhino's tail. So it's another impasse, which always should favor the defendant.
It does. I think he knows that.
Yeah, it's not over yet, but at least we managed to hold out this long.
I believe that brings our proceedings for today to a close. Mr. Payne, I'm afraid you have some serious investigating ahead of you.
Yes, Your Honor. Wait, I don't recall there being a break here.
Very well. Let us reconvene tomorrow. Court is adjourned. We gotta investigate the scene of the bombing, I'm guessing.
Unless it's just we're not really gonna have an investigation period. It's just gonna we're just gonna learn some stuff and it's just gonna teleport us to the next day. 11:56 a.m.
That was so exciting, boss. We did it. True to form, you managed to just barely pull it off at the very last moment.
True to form? Gee, I never knew you had such a glowing opinion of me. Thank you for everything you're doing.
I just realized on Athena Sykes' right, her emotion is always displayed by the smiley face.
Not always. It has switched around.
It had anger before, though.
Yep. It matches her current anger, or her current feelings. You did great, Miss Woods. You really stuck it out.
And you really got brave at the end, just when we needed you most, Junie. Thanks to you, we were able to turn things around.
Well, you were the one who gave me that courage, Athena.
Really? Heh. Thanks. So be honest, was I any help at all? I love this girl. She's so awesome.
Of course. Without you, we would have never gotten out of that tight spot.
That's good to hear. I may still have a lot to learn, but you bet I'm going to give it my all. I'll be so good that one day you'll call me your partner.
That's what I like to hear. Analytical psychology. The ability to solve riddles of a person's heart. Seeing its true potential is the beginning to really shine through now.
Hey, where's Apollo anyway? Probably in the hospital.
Good question. Almost forgot about him. I assume he'd be in the lobby. Oh, I know. Maybe he's in courtroom number 4. He's investigating still, even though he shouldn't be.
Courtroom number 4? Let's go.
Courtroom number 4. What would he be doing at the scene of the explosion? And Earl would understand that if he would stop reading lines like he said he was going to.
If only Shiro would read them fast enough, checking out the comments.
When I came out to the lobby to rest, I told Apollo about Bum Rap Riney. I told him I dropped Riney in the courtroom as well as trying to escape. And then Apollo said he had an idea where Riney might be, so we went to take a look together. Apollo said he had an idea where Riney might be, so we went to take a look together. So you went looking for Riney together before you were called back into courtroom number 5? Yes, I had some time to rest, so I was able to go and look for him. But then, they called me into the courtroom number 5 to testify. Paul insisted on staying there, though.
With all those injuries, I wonder how he's managing.
I think Apollo might have figured something out. I wonder what it was. He told me, I'm going to look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper. Just maybe he found a new piece of evidence, huh?
Anyway, we better go get him.
Good idea. December 17th, 12:11 p.m. District Court. Courtroom number 4.
Where are you, Apollo? Trial's over for today.
He's dead.
Come on, I know you're...
There's no way he's dead.
No.
Wait, really? No.
To be honest, I feel like he's fine. He just like fell on a rock.
No. No shot, he's dead.